Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to all the panels. Here I am, FATIHAH AQILAH, as your moderator. For today's topic, the title is the impact of the STEM-based national science curriculum on science teachers in Malaysia on science teachers. Okay. First of all, I would like to elaborate the STEM. What is STEM? STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Okay. STEM-based national science curricula is a new way teaching science that integrating all of that. First of all, we do like hands-on activities such as a simple experiment, and we also we use solve real life problems such as we use all the we learn in classroom in real life. Also, we got works in group. Students work in groups to discuss idea and do a lot of things. We also use technology in learning, like we use simulation, use Google Classroom, and etc. Okay, the main goal for this curriculum is to help students to understand science better and meaningful. There's a lot of students that used to think that science is very hard subjects. So we need to build important skills like problem solving, teamwork, and creativity to the students. And also, the implementation of STEM education in Malaysia aims to strengthen science education in Malaysia, where we integrate the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Therefore, science teachers also find challenge and opportunities in STEM-based curricula. So we have 3 panels to discuss about this. First of all, I gonna ask you guys the challenge in applying the STEM-based curricula in your insightful and experience. For the first speaker, we got Anis Farhana.
Okay, so thank you for the moderator. Thank you and good morning, moderator and other panels. So today I will share my perspective. So from my perspective, as a teacher trained, one of the main challenges in implementing the STEM curriculum is limited exposure to STEM learning tools, also teaching tools and resources during practical. In some schools, laboratory facilities and scientific equipment are limited, and this will make it hard for teacher trained to conduct hands-on activities. STEM education emphasizes plain practical learning, experimentation, and real-world problem solving. But this becomes challenging when resources are insufficient. For example, if a trained teacher wants to carry out a STEM project involving robotics or engineering-based experiments, they may struggle due to lack of materials, outdated equipment, and limited lab space. As a result, lessons may become more theory-based rather than practical, so it could reduce the effectiveness of STEM learning. Another major challenge is limited access to digital tools and technology. STEM teaching often requires the use of computers, simulations, and online learning tools. However, not all schools provide adequate digital resources, and some students may not have access to devices and stable internet at home. During practical, trained teachers may want to use virtual lab or digital presentation, but technical issues such as slow internet, lack of devices would disrupt the lesson. This make it harder to fully integrate technology into STEM-based teaching. Additionally, many trained teachers face limited training and confidence in applying STEM teaching methods. STEM education requires interdisciplinary approach that combines science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But not all trained teachers feel fully prepared to design STEM-based lessons. For instance, some may struggle with planning, project-based learning, managing group activities, or assessing students' STEM skills effectively. Without enough exposure or mentorship, implementing STEM lessons can feel overwhelming. Another challenge is time constraint and workload. Designing STEM lessons often takes more time because teachers must plan experiments, prepare materials, and coordinate group projects. However, heavy workloads including lesson planning, classroom management, however, trained teachers already face heavy workloads such as classroom management and reporting tasks. Finally, there is the challenge of students and engagement. Some students may not be familiar with STEM-based learning, which requires critical thinking, teamwork, and independent problem solving. Students who are used to traditional learning method may initially struggle to adapt to STEM activities. In conclusion, the key challenges in implementing the STEM curriculum include limited access to lab and digital tools and varying student readiness. This challenge can make it difficult for trained teachers to fully apply STEM teaching in classrooms.
Okay, thank you for those insightful perspective from Anis Farhana. And we move to the next second speaker, SYAMIMIE to share your insightful experience. Okay, thank you to the first speaker for explaining the general background for STEM education. So I will continue by discussing the challenges of implementing the STEM curriculum, especially focusing on adapting on STEM pedagogy and classroom management. Okay, one of the main challenges is adapting to STEM pedagogy. STEM teaching is very different from traditional teaching. Instead of focusing only on theory, STEM lessons require hands-on activities, inquiry-based learning, and student-centered approaches. Teachers are expected to guide students to explore and solve problems on their own. For training teachers, this can be difficult because they may not have enough skills and experience in planning and conducting this type of lessons. Another challenge is the lack of exposure of STEM teaching tools. Some training teachers do not have access to laboratory equipment, digital tools, or technology during their training. This makes them feel less confident and unprepared to apply STEM in classroom. So, classroom management is also a major challenge in STEM education. STEM lessons usually involve group work uh, and project-based activities. While these activities are engaging, they can make the classroom noisy and harder to control. Teachers may struggle to manage students while allowing them to work actively and creatively. In addition, students have different learning abilities. Some students can complete tasks quickly, while other students need more guidance from teachers. Managing this difference during hands-on activities can be stressful for teachers. Safety is another important concern in implementing the STEM curriculum, especially during hands-on and practical activities. Many STEM lessons involve experiment, the use of laboratory equipment such as sharp tools, electrical components, or digital devices. Without proper supervision, these activities may pose risks to students. Teachers are responsible for ensuring that all safety procedures are followed in the classroom. However, for training teachers, this can be challenging.
in managing safety during practical activities. They may feel anxious about accidents such as chemical spills, electrical hazard, or students are using tools. In addition, large class size can make safety management even more difficult. When teachers have many students to monitor at the same time, it becomes harder to ensure that everyone is following safety rules correctly. Some students may also ignore instruction or become too excited during the experiments, which increase the risk of accident. Furthermore, not all schools have complete safety facilities, such as safety goggles, gloves, fire extinguishers, or proper laboratory spaces. This limits the types of STEM activities that teachers can conduct and may discourage them from implementing hands-on learning fully. As a result, concerns about safety can reduce teachers' confidence in carrying out STEM activities. Teachers may choose safer but less engaging teaching methods, which goes against the objective of STEM education. So, for the lastly, teachers face pressure to complete the syllabus. STEM projects take more time, and balancing project-based learning with curriculum requirement can be challenging.
Okay, thank you for Syamimie QASRINA for those insightful perspective. And we move to the third speaker, AFIDA NURSOFEA for her perspective.
Before I continue this discussion, I would like to say thank you to the moderator, my fellow panelists, and also respected audience. To continue the discussion of the challenges of implementing science in the STEM curriculum, I have two major that that I am focusing on, which is curriculum demands and also confidence gap among the educators. Firstly, let us look at the issue of curriculum demands, particularly the challenge of balancing the project-based learning with the syllabus coverage. One of the core principles of STEM education is project-based learning. This approach encourages students to solve real-world problems by integrating science, technology, engineering, and also mathematics. Through hands-on projects, students will develop critical idea, creativity, and also thinking skills and problem-solving skills. In theory, it may sound ideal, but however, in practice, many teachers are struggle to fit this project into an already packed curriculum. Most school syllabus are examination-oriented and also content-heavy. So teachers are expected to complete a fixed number of topics within a limited time frame, while students need to prepare themselves for the upcoming standardized assessment. Project-based learning, on the other hand, requires time. Students doesn't have sufficient opportunities to expose themselves to explore the ideas, conduct experiments, and also make mistakes. When you make mistakes, you can reflect yourself to improve your work. These processes cannot be rushed without compromising learning quality. As a result of this, teachers often face a dilemma. If they focus too much on the project, it will reach the syllabus coverage. But if they prioritize the syllabus coverage, the STEM activities may reduce to a short demonstration rather than meaningful learning experience. This tension creates a pressure on the teachers, and it may lead to superficial implementing of STEM, where projects are treated as add-ons rather than integral learning tools. Furthermore, assessment systems often do not fully align with STEM principles. Traditional exams tend to emphasize more on memorization, but uh, in um, in project-based learning or hands-on skills, STEM learning values the application, innovation, and also interdisciplinary thinking. When assessment formats remain unchanged, teachers may feel compelled to teach to the test rather than embracing deeper into the project-based approaches. Okay. Secondly, I will talk about the my next point is confidence gap among educators, especially those with the limited experience in STEM teaching. STEM education often involves integrating multiple disciplines, using new technologies, and also facilitating open-ended learning activities. So, for many teachers, particularly those are trained in a single subject area, it can feel overwhelming. It may sound overwhelming to them. A science teacher may feel unsure about incorporating coding, while the mathematics teacher may lack the confidence in engineering design processes. This lack of familiarity can make STEM teaching feel intimidating. In addition, STEM lessons involve less predictable situations. Unlike the traditional lessons with a fixed answer, project-based STEM activities may lead to unexpected questions, unexpected answer, and also technical problems. So, the teachers cannot anticipate this. For educators who are accustomed to a structured lesson, this uncertainty can cause anxiety and also reduce their confidence. So, the confidence gap is also influenced by limited professional training. In many cases, teachers are expected to implement the STEM education with minimal guidance or support. Short workshop or one-off courses are not enough to build their confidence, and also is not enough to build their understanding in the theory. Without continuous professional development, mentoring, and access to resources, teachers may feel hesitate to fully embrace the STEM activities. As a result, some educators may avoid complex STEM activities, and they will rely heavily on worksheets and textbook-based teaching, even when the STEM resources are available. This limits the potential impact of STEM education on students. So, in conclusion, while the STEM curriculum holds a great promise for developing a future for ready learners, its implementation is challenged by demanding curriculum and confidence gap among educators. Balancing project-based learning with syllabus coverage requires systemic changes, including curriculum flexibility and assessment alignment. But at the same time, building teacher confidence demands sustained training, collaboration, and also institutional support. Addressing this challenge is not solely the responsibility of individual teachers or the trained teachers, but school, policymakers, and education system must work together to create an environment where STEM education is both practical and also empowering. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, third speaker AFIDA, for those insightful perspectives. And now we will take a break. And for the next session, we will continue with opportunities and benefits in STEM curricula on science teachers. For this session, we will focus on opportunities and benefits in STEM curricula on science teachers. Now, I will ask for first speaker, Anis, to share your perspective for this.
Okay, thank you, Fatihah. Okay, so I think despite this challenge, the STEM-based national science curriculum also offers many valuable opportunities and benefits for science teachers, especially trained teachers. One major benefit is skill development. STEM education helps trained teachers develop important professional skills such as problem solving, creativity, innovation, and digital literacy. When planning STEM lessons, teachers learn how to design engaging activities that encourage students to think critically and solve real-world problems. For example, trained teachers may design STEM projects where students build prototypes, analyze data, or solve environmental issues. Through these activities, teachers themselves become more confident in creative lesson planning and interdisciplinary teaching. STEM curriculum also provides opportunities for improving digital teaching skills. Teachers are encouraged to use technology tools such as simulations, coding platform, online learning system, and multimedia resources, which strengthen their abilities to integrate technology into education. Hmm. Another important Another important opportunity is increased student engagement. STEM-based learning often involves hands-on projects, teamwork, and real-life problem solving, which make lessons more interactive and exciting for students. For instance, when students work on STEM projects like designing a water filtration system or building a simple machine, they become more motivated and actively involved in learning. As a trained teacher, it is rewarding to see how STEM activities increase students' curiosity, participation, and enthusiasm for science. The STEM curriculum also helps teachers prepare students for future career and real-world challenges. STEM skills are essential in fields such as engineering, medicine, artificial intelligence, environmental science, and technology. By implementing by implementing STEM lessons, teachers play a role in shaping students' future career pathway. Additionally, STEM promote collaborative learning and teamwork. Teachers gain experience in managing group projects, encouraging peer learning, and fostering communication among students. This strengthens both teaching skills and classroom management abilities. Finally, STEM education allows teachers to see the real impact of their teaching. When students successfully complete STEM projects or show improved understanding of scientific concepts, it gives teachers a strong sense of achievement and motivation. In conclusion, the STEM-based science curriculum provide opportunities for teacher skill development, digital literacy, creative teaching, higher student engagement, career preparation, and meaningful classroom experiences. If effectively supported, STEM education can greatly benefit both teachers and students. I think that's all.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you for the first speaker, Anis, for those insightful perspective and interesting. Okay, now we will focus on the second speaker, SYAMIMIE QASRINA.
Okay. Moving on the opportunities and benefits, the STEM curriculum also brings many positive outcomes for both teachers and students. Uh, One key benefit is professional growth. Through STEM teaching, teachers are exposed to modern teaching methods such as inquiry-based and project-based learning. They also improve their digital skills and become more confident in using technology in the classroom. STEM education also provides valuable practical experience. Teachers are able to apply what they learn in theory to real classroom situations. This helps them develop confidence in managing students, handling group activities, and solving classroom problems. Another benefit is skill development. Teachers improve important skills such as problem solving, creativity, and adaptability. So, they learn how to design Lessons that connect classroom learning to real-life situation. For instance, in science lesson, students can investigate water pollution or waste management issue in their own community. For students, STEM lessons increase interest and engagement. Hands-on activities make learning more enjoyable and meaningful. Students become more active participants instead of passive learners. STEM education also support 21 first century skills and align with the national philosophy of education. It prepares for students for future careers, especially in science and technology related fields.
Thank you for Shamim Kasrina for those insightful perspectives. So we move to the third speaker, AFIDA, to hear her perspective.
Okay, in this round, I would like to highlight the opportunities and benefits of implementing the STEM curriculum, particularly its strong alignment with both the national education philosophy and also the national science education philosophy of Malaysia. Okay, the national education philosophy clearly states that education in Malaysia is an ongoing effort to develop individuals in a holistic and integrated manner. Okay, producing citizens who are intellectually, spiritually, emotionally, and physically balanced. At the same time, the national science education philosophy emphasizes the development of individuals who are competitive, dynamic, resilient, and also capable of mastering scientific knowledge and technological competency. Firstly, the benefits of STEM curriculum in alignment of national education philosophy is STEM education promotes intellectual development through inquiry-based and problem-solving learning. Instead of passively receiving information, students actively explore concepts, analyze data, and apply scientific and mathematical knowledge to the real-world situations. This approach nurtures higher-order thinking skills, which are essential for producing knowledgeable and competent individuals as envisioned by the both of philosophies. More importantly, STEM education does not focus solely on academic excellence. Through collaborative projects and hands-on activities, students also can develop emotional and social skills. They learn to communicate with ideas, work effectively in the teams, and also manage the conflict so that they can accept the diverse of viewpoints. This experience, uh, this experience contribute to emotional maturity and also social responsibility, which are the key elements of the holistic human development outlined by the national education philosophy. In addition, STEM learning environments encourage resilience and also perseverance project. In addition, STEM learning environments also encourage resilience and perseverance. Projects do not always succeed on the first attempt. So, students are required to test, fail, and reflect, and also redesign. This process boosts mental toughness and also adaptability, aligning closely with the national education philosophies emphasize on producing individuals who are robust and also resilient in facing challenges. Okay, next. Another major opportunity offered by STEM curriculum is its role in nurturing technological competency and also scientific literacy. In an era driven by a rapid technological advancement like today, mastering scientific knowledge is crucial. STEM education equips a student with essential skills such as data analysis, digital literacy, and also engineering design. This directly reflects to the national science education philosophy, which aims to nurture a strong science and technology culture in Malaysia. By engaging students in authentic STEM experience, schools help to cultivate interest in science-related fields and strengthens the nation's human capital for future economic and also technological growth. Furthermore, STEM education supports the development of values and also ethics, which are central of the national education philosophy. Many STEM projects are grounded in real life and societal issues such as environmental sustainability, energy conservation, healthcare innovation, and also community well-being. Through this context, students are encouraged to think ethically, consider social impacts, and also make responsible decision. And also make responsible decision. This value-based learning helps produce individuals who are not only competent but also responsible and morally grounded. For example, citizens who are capable of contributing positively to family, society, and also the nation. STEM education also aligns strongly with the goal of developing 21st century skills. These include critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, communication, and also adaptability. Such skills are essential for lifelong learning and also personal well-being, both of which are highlighted in the national education philosophy. By engaging students in interdisciplinary learning, STEM breaks down traditional subject boundaries and reflects how knowledge is applied to the real-world context. This integrated approach helps students to see learning as meaningful and also relevant, increasing motivation and also engagement. In conclusion, the STEM curriculum presents significant opportunities and benefits by aligning closely with both national education philosophy and also the national science education philosophy. It supports holistic development by nurturing intellectual growth, emotional resilience, and also ethical awareness. Through STEM education, Malaysia can produce individuals who are not only good in academic but also balanced. In this way, STEM serves as a powerful platform for translating national education philosophies into meaningful classroom practices and preparing for future generations to contribute effectively. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for all panelists for those insight. So now we're gonna take a break, and next session we're gonna do the question and answer session. Okay, now we will move on to the question and answer session where I want to ask the panel the question. Okay, the first panel, I would like to ask about what do you think is the biggest challenge faced by science teachers in implementing the STEM-based curricula and how you overcome the challenge?
Okay, thank you, FATIHAH. I think the biggest challenge faced by science teachers in implementing the STEM-based curriculum is limited access to resources, especially STEM teaching tools, laboratory equipment, and digital technology. In many Malaysian schools, teachers want to conduct hands-on STEM activities such as experiments, engineering projects, or coding tasks. However, they may face problems like insufficient lab facilities, lack of materials, limited computers, or unstable internet access. This makes it difficult to fully apply STEM lessons that require practical and technology-based learning. Another related challenge is that some teachers have limited training or confidence in designing STEM-based lessons, especially when it involves integrating science, technology, engineering, and mathematics in one activity. To realistically address this challenge, several steps can be taken. First, schools and the Ministry of Education can provide more affordable and shared STEM resources such as mobile STEM such as mobile STEM kits, low-cost experiment materials, or shared lab facilities between schools. Second, teachers can be supported through continuous professional development, including workshops, training programs, and mentoring on STEM teaching strategies. This can help teachers feel more confident in planning project-based and inquiry-based lessons. Third, teachers can use low-cost and creative alternatives such as recycled materials, simple household items, and free online simulations to carry out STEM activities even when resources are limited. Finally, collaboration between schools, universities, industries, and community organizations can help provide extra resources, expertise, and real-world exposure for both teachers and students. In conclusion, although resource limitations are a major challenge, with proper support, training, creative teaching approaches, and collaboration, STEM education can still be effectively implemented in Malaysian schools. That's all.
Okay, thank you for the first speaker, Anis, for answering my question. Okay, for the next speaker, Syamimie, I would like to ask you a question. Okay, how can teacher training programs better prepare science teachers to integrate STEM approach, especially in terms of confidence, pedagogy, and use of technology?
Thank you to our beautiful monitor for this today. Okay, in today's rapidly changing world, students are not only expected to perform well academically, but also to be well prepared for future challenges in their careers and daily lives. STEM education plays an important role. STEM education plays an important role in preparing students to face this reality. One of the main impacts of STEM education is the development of essential skills such as critical thinking, creativity, communication, and teamwork. These skills are not only important in the classroom only, but also in real life situations. For example, students are trained to analyze problems, think logically, and come up with effective solutions. At the same time, they are encouraged to share ideas, discuss with peers, and work together in groups, which helps to improve their communication skill and collaboration. So, in addition, STEM education allows students to learn through hands-on activities and problem-based learning. Instead of just memorizing facts, students are given opportunities to apply their knowledge to solve real-world problems. This makes learning more practical, meaningful, and engaging. When students can see how science, technology, engineering, and, mathematics are used in real-life situations, they become more motivated and interested in learning. So, furthermore, STEM education helps students to develop creativity and innovation. Through activities such as experiment, projects, and design based tasks, students are encouraged to think outside the box and explore different ideas. This prepares them to become innovative thinkers who can adapt to the new technology and future job demands. Another important impact of STEM education is that it helps to boost students' interest and confidence in science and technology from an early stage. When students are exposed to STEM activities regularly, they become more comfortable with scientific concepts and technological rules. This positive experience can encourage them to consider STEM-related subjects and careers in the future, such as engineering, healthcare, information, technology, or scientific research. Moreover, STEM education also prepares students for the demand of the 21st century workforce. Many future jobs require problem-solving skills, digital literacy, and the ability to work in multidisciplinary teams. By integrating STEM into the curriculum, students are better equipped with the skills and mindset needed to success in a competitive global environment. So, the conclusion, although implementing the STEM curriculum comes with various challenges, such as limited resources and teachers' readiness, the benefit clearly outweigh these challenges. The positive impact of STEM education on students' future readiness makes it a valuable and essential approach in education. By equipping students with relevant skill, knowledge, and confidence, STEM education helps to prepare them for a successful and sustainable future. So that's all from me.
Okay, thank you, second speaker, for answering my question carefully. I would like to ask the third speaker, AFIDA. In your opinion, how does STEM-based teaching influence student interest in science and their readiness for future career? And what role do teachers play in ensuring this impact is meaningful?
From my perspectives, STEM makes learning more relevant to students' lives. When students are involved in hands-on activities, experiment, or problem-solving tasks, they don't just learn the theories. They also understand why science matters. So, this kind of learning sparks curiosity and helps students enjoy science rather than seeing it as a difficult subject. Besides that, STEM-based teaching helps students to develop future-ready skills such as critical thinking, creativity, communication, and also teamwork. These skills are highly needed in today's world, especially with the rapid development of technology. Even if the students do not choose science-based careers, the skill they gain through the STEM learning are still very useful in any field. However, teachers plays a however, teachers play a key role in making STEM education meaningful. Teachers are not only content delivers, but also facilitators who guide students through the learning process. By encouraging questions, discussion, and also explorations, the teachers help the students to become more confident and also independent learners. Teachers also motivate students by connecting lessons to their real-world applications and future careers, which helps students to see the bigger picture. To conclude, STEM-based teaching increases students' interest in science and improves their readiness for future careers. But its success strongly depends on the role of the teachers. With, with committed and supportive teachers, STEM education can truly prepare the students for the challenge for the future. That's all from me.
Thank you, Afida, for answering my question. Is there any panels that want to conclude our discussion today?
Okay. Let me go first. To conclude this forum, we can say that the STEM education curriculum plays a vital role in preparing students for the future. STEM is no longer just STEM is no longer just an additional approach in education, but a necessary curriculum that aligns with the demands of the 21st century. Through a well-designed STEM curriculum, students are not only exposed to science, technology, engineering, and mathematics as separate subjects, but they learn how these fields are interconnected. This integrate approach to This integrate approach helps students understand real-world problems and apply their knowledge in practical and meaningful ways. As a result, learning becomes more relevant and engaging for the students. Furthermore, the STEM curriculums helps build students' confidence and interest in learning, particularly in science-related subjects. When students are given opportunities to explore, experiment, and innovate, they become more motivated and willing to take on the challenges. This positive learning experience can inspire students to pursue STEM-related careers and contribute to national and global development. In conclusion, the STEM education curriculum offers long-term benefit by equipping students with knowledge, skills, and also mindset that they needed. By strengthening STEM education today, we are investing in a generation that is innovative, resilient, and also ready to face future challenges. That's all from me.
Thank you, Afida, for your conclusion. Is there anyone that want to conclude as well?
Okay, so this is my conclusion. Although STEM education is designed to create active, creative, and future-ready students, its implementation comes with several challenges for teachers. Adapting to STEM pedagogy, managing an active classroom, handling students with different abilities, ensuring safety during hands-on activities, and completing the syllabus within limited time are not easy tasks, especially for training teachers. These challenges can affect a teachers' confidence and willingness to fully implement STEM approaches in the classroom. Without sufficient exposure, training and support, teachers may feel unprepared and overwhelmed, which can reduce the effectiveness of STEM lessons. Therefore, it is important for teacher training programs to better equip teachers with practical experience, classroom management strategies, and safety awareness related to STEM activities. With proper preparation and continuous support, teachers will be more confident and capable of overcoming these challenges. Ultimately, addressing these challenges is essential to ensure that STEM education can be implemented effectively and achieve its main goal, which is to prepare students with the skill and knowledge needed for their future.
Okay, thank you, Shamimi, for your conclusion. Anis want to
Yeah.
conclusion as well?
Okay, yes. So, for my conclusion, as Afida said just now, the STEM-based national science curriculum plays a significant role in shaping the future of science education in Malaysia. It encourages innovation, critical thinking, and real-world problem solving, not only among students but also among teachers. STEM education has the potential to transform classroom into more dynamic, interactive, and meaningful learning environment where students are prepared for future challenges in technology, science, and industry. At the same time, it supports teachers in growing professionally by encouraging creativity, adaptability, and lifelong learning. Although the journey of implementing STEM may come with challenges, it also opens doors to progress, improvement, and new possibilities in teaching and learning. With continuous effort, collaboration, and commitment from all stakeholders, STEM can become a powerful driver in strengthening Malaysia's education system. Ultimately, STEM is not just about science or technology. It is about building a generation that can think critically, solve problems confidently, and contribute positively to the future. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Anis Farhana, for the conclusion. So, from your perspective, I would like to conclude that science national curricula has challenge and opportunities regarding to the trained teachers. So, um, throughout our discussion, we have seen that the implementation of STEM education bring challenge that you also highlight that it has limited resources, time constraint and heavy workloads, and gaps in teachers' confidence and training. And we also know that STEM is a new way of teaching that not all teachers know how to implementing that in classroom. Also, we have the older teachers and the younger teachers that we all know that the oldest teachers may not ready for the development of technology, the artificial intelligence and whatsoever. And to implementing STEM in our teaching, it's not an easy role that can make in like a few years. Okay, so despite this, we national education bring like um, projects of STEMs to the new generation of teachers, such as us as a trainee here. So we learn how to implementing STEM even in our learning for future teaching. Okay, okay. Now I would like to discuss to conclude the benefits and opportunities that uh, you guys highlight before this. Okay, that STEMs support their holistic student development, such as like students not only memorizing the topic and the syllabus, but also applying what they learn in classroom to the in real life, so that the education becomes meaningful, and they can memorize all all of the teaching of all of the syllabus meaningful way. Okay, so okay. STEM also encouraging critical thinking for students, creativity and collaboration. It's also problem solving skills. It's move learning beyond memorization and help students understand how scientific knowledge is applied in real life situation. For the students' perspective, STEM education contributes greatly to professional growth. It encourages teachers to adapt innovative teaching strategies, improve their digital and technology skills. Like we all know, our science education in Malaysia is very low, below the average, as we see in TIMSS and PISA. Also, the STEM education may improve our students' knowledge in science and mathematics, and it's also improve our science education in Malaysia. Okay, over time, this help to our country to more develop. Okay. In addition, STEM education play an important role by preparing students for future scientific and technology challenges. By exposing students to inquiry-based and project-based learning, STEM has developed future-ready individuals who are capable of adapting to rapid change in science, technology, and society. It will help students to more for their career growth, and also they become not shocked if they exposed to the science education early. STEM education also prepare real life challenge for students in their career. In conclusion, with proper training, sufficient resources, continuous support and collaboration among educators, schools and policymakers, the STEM-based national science curricula has strong potential to strengthen science teaching and contribute to national development. Thank you for all the panelists. It's honored to invite you guys in the forum. Okay, it's the end of our forum. Thank you.